So, dear Dhamma practitioners, this is our ongoing meditation session. So, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. Once we get connected with the network, we're ready to start the session for today. Okay, so dear Dhamma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. Keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line, and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, in these ongoing meditation sessions, we mainly try to share some basic informations for yourself to develop a very good foundation with your own spiritual practice. So for that, you need some kind of basic understanding regarding the practice you do, because otherwise you may give up it very easily. When you don't know what to do and how to do, what will happen by the time you don't want to practice meditation. So that's why that every day we try to bring different informations and examples and stories and to try to help you to understand it in different ways. Because when it comes to meditation, today there are so much informations, and sometimes it not help us to understand what is really meditation. Because when it comes to meditation, people have different ideas and thoughts related to this conventional development. They have more thoughts related to their day-to-day life and they try to bring more other thoughts to develop their life with the conventional ideas. But when it comes to this tranquility meditation and vipassana meditation, the very authentic Buddhist meditation teachings, it is about cultivation of the mind, not the cultivation of the thoughts or not the cultivation of the ideas. So cultivation of the mind means that you not bring anything from outside to your inside. It's more bring the purification to your inside mind. So why we need that purification? Because on the way in this samsaric journey, what happens, knowingly or unknowingly, we used to accumulate a lot of unnecessary thoughts to ourselves. Just imagine your house. Imagine that your environment today. There are a lot of things around you unnecessary for you. There are a lot of things, valuable things. But if you look very carefully, there are a lot of things, it is not necessary, but it is there. So our mind the same. There are a lot of unnecessary things inside us and hold it to our life. So when you accumulated thoughts, even though it is unnecessary, what happens? Knowingly or unknowingly, that thought to start to develop to something else. So then by the time your life goes slowly start to go into different directions, which may no need for you. So through the meditation, bring the purification means you slowly start to release these thoughts and purify yourself. And mainly releasing the greed, hatred, and the delusion. Purifying and getting out from the greed, hatred, and the delusion. So the greed, hatred, and the delusion most of time happens with interference of the thoughts. So that thoughts mostly related to past or the future. So when you have the thinking pattern or the process related to your past or the future things, or maybe with the help of the past and the future, what happens? Somehow, somewhere, it start to develop the greed, hatred, or the delusion. So through the meditation, we bring our awareness to the present moment. So when you are capable to develop that your awareness with the present moment, what happens? You slowly start to get out of the greed, hatred, and the delusion, because in the present moment, there is no greed, hatred, or the delusion. So as example, in this very moment, what you experience when you have the direct perception, it's not going to bring the greed, hatred, or the delusion. So if you are capable to first enter into that level, and then from there, if you are capable to expand the duration, so by the time what happens, that your mind start to purify. In that purification, your awareness is going to become sharp and clear, and out of that, your experience is going to become more and more accurate. So when the experience become more clear, out of that clarity, what you understand, what you experience, bring some kind of wisdom not related to thoughts. It's not about kind of like a thinking and understanding. So this meditation, this tranquility meditation and the vipassana meditation take you to that level. Your mind has a certain way to experience things without help from the thought. So that's why getting to that level, in the beginning, we have to come to the tranquility state. And from there, we go to the vipassana level, that means critical, analytical understand. So when you experience something, you more go deeper and recognize how things come to be as they are. So in the very first level, we understand things as it is. And from there, we go to how it came to be as it is. So those are the two different pillars we develop. But in the beginning, we have to know how to settle down with our body and how to practice with our mind. So that knowledge is very important. So there was a young person, and he started to read about meditation and thought, I want to find a good teacher. Then what he heard, he knew there is a monk in the Himalayas, in higher mountain areas, and he's very good for meditation. So then this young guy thought, oh, I want to go there. So he used to work in another country. Then 2 years, kind of like he start to work and earn some money and settle down his all the bills, and now he feel more comfortable. And after 2 years, he had some savings and he left to Himalayas. And then he went to certain villages and start to ask about this monk. And the people told, oh yes, there is a monk like that. And that monk is very old. And even we don't know how old he is, but there is a monk. We all heard about it. But the thing is this, that whoever go and meet that monk, and after that, when someone meet, the monk start to leave that place and go to another place. That monk not going to stay in the same place. So we don't know that how many people went and visit that monk, and we don't know now in which location. Because if there's someone visited, then the monk leave that place. So like that. So this guy was helpless, but still that he know that monk was somewhere in the Himalayas. So what he did, he start to walk and with the greater determination to find this monk. And he used in the beginning, he used many animals to travel. And it was days passed by, weeks, months, still he didn't give up. And then somehow he went to a place to place, and then finally he came to a place, and everybody, and he met some people, and that people told, oh, we met that monk last month. But after we met him, he left that place. So now we don't know where he is, but so far in this level, from above this level, somewhere he's there. So now he come to very closer. So then with the greater determination to find the monk, he went to the highest level of the mountain. And then he found there was a little hut. And he was so happy. And there was no any doors or the windows, just the little hut. And he went inside, and he knew somebody used to be there, but few days, few weeks, and no one used that place. So then he was so disappointed. He knew that maybe the monk used to be here, but now he's not in that place. So now what to do? So then finally he thought maybe he died. Maybe he ended up his journey, because otherwise this is the highest, and I should, if he's alive, I should find him. Now he give up. He gave up and he was so tired. And he kind of like, hopeless, no, nothing, that the desire to search disappeared. He gave up everything and settled down in a place. And in that place now, he nowhere to travel anymore. He settled down in a place and his body start to feel so comfortable. And the mind has no desire. Remember that, 2 years he worked and earned some savings. And then after that, he had a travel. He traveled place to place, looking for this monk. But now the mind, get out of that. And now he felt kind of like so relaxed. This desire to find this monk is gone. And the body comfortable and the mind comfortable. And he settled down, and now, this very cold, this in the higher mountain area, this very cold wind came and he felt so comfortable with that. He just started now the first time, after many years, this is the first time that he start to experience the wind that go through his body. And then the sun and the warm his body. And he sat down and he felt so comfortable with his sitting. So in that very level, in that very moment, that what he felt, he deeply connected to that. And the mind slowly entered to the tranquility state. So that in that tranquility state, he went deeper, deeper, deeper. And what happened? And then from there, that the desire disappears, and all the 5 hindrances slowly release from him. And then deeply he found that some kind of transformation happening inside. So in that very moment, he found, he started to heard that somebody walked towards him. And even he didn't have any kind of like, intention to open his eyes. But still, he knew somebody is come closer to him. He slowly opened the eyes and he saw the monk, very old monk in front of him. So the monk smiled. And then the monk asked, how you feel? So then the boys start to have a conversation. And so from there, nothing about meditation. That conversation was few words and the smile. And it is not a kind of like a verbal communication. And the both start to communion, and that the kind of like a connected to each other. So this story is it's a very important whoever practice meditation, because that deeply when we have so much needs, it start to kind of like heat inside us and boil inside us. And it start to bring the unbalance and unrest inside us. So we all go through a kind of like a journey looking for something. But there is, remember yourself, you don't need anything from outside. That everything inside, that you can't go and look something. Another thing is, sometimes we think the mind is something, this unchangeable, and the mind Go and find, oh, the mind go here and there, or kind of like that. There is no such a thing called unchangeable or the solid, concrete mind or consciousness. That whatever you experience, that all experience come out of the moment of accumulation. So that, but the thing is, when there is a desire, when there's strong desire, it make us heavy and it feel kind of like a solid. That solidness start to push us from this point to next point. So that create a kind of like a journey. And sometimes we helpless. And that's why, the naturally sometimes we start to react, move. But when it comes to tranquility meditation, knowingly this and settling down yourself with the moment of experience is a greater skill if you can develop. Because we always look for something. We always try to get something, do something, or go toward something. But this everything is within you. So when it comes to meditation, one of the things that you have to understand that we're so careful about the body. So when it comes to the posture, when you develop the tranquility state of mind, remember one of the major important things, give up the idea about the body. So that's why every day when we practice meditation, we determine ourselves, this is the last moment of our life. So that will help you to detach from the bodily comfort. Because if you think about the body, if you try to protect the body, work for the body, you can't develop tranquility state. Because then the mind starts to interfere with that. As example, just imagine, there is a soldier go to the war. In the middle of the battlefield, if the soldier start to think about his own protection of the body, so what will happen? He can't do his best. Then out of that, what will happen? The fear rise. And he start to do the resist and look for the protection. Then anymore, he can't fight. But imagine why in the world that the suiciders, terrorists become so successful. Because they don't care about their body. That's why they go to the target. No one can stop it. No one can stop them. So the thing is this. And rather than killing someone, why you can't use the same technique to develop yourself and bring the transformation to ourselves? Because if you're really into tranquility state, not to think about the body, no one can stop you. Maybe you will attain to enlightenment. So that's why. So the one of the thing is that we, even sometimes we practice meditation to develop the body, protect the body, keep the body healthy, or shape the body, or kind of like that. It doesn't work. So then when you develop the tranquility meditation, before we go to the vipassana, the idea about holding the body or the protecting the body or thinking about the body, get out of it. Just go towards the primary mental object. That is one thing. And Another thing is, and sometimes we too care about the pain, the physical pain. Oh, I hurt my back, I hurt the knee pain, the shoulder pain, and then you protect it. You always and keep the posture and keep pillows and find and then you find the comfort. But as you know, there's no way. Maybe you stay 5 minutes, somewhere else start to pain, give the pain. So it is more than the body, it is your mind. Because the thing is this, when you bring too much comfort to escape from the pain going to become stronger. But when the day comes for you to give up the pain, it doesn't matter, you die yourself with the pain. You keep focused to the primary mental object, that is the day the pain going to disappear. So otherwise, because the most of the time, the physically, whatever the physical pain, of course there is a pain, but the physical pain not going to be solid. It always moving and changing. As you know, this body, entire body, energy. So what is the nature of the energy? It's always moving. So if the body, the energy is moving, how the pain can be solid? No. So that's why contemplate the pain, observing the pain, you will recognize the pain always changing, arising, exists for a moment and disappear. But how about that every day we say, oh, I have a shoulder pain, now you have a shoulder pain. So then it becomes a mantra for you. I have a back pain. Then mostly the back and the knee. And so that's kind of things, we always condition ourselves. Oh, I have this pain because of that. When I go into practice meditation, I need to do this way, that way. That condition mind protect the pain. So then, rather than tranquility meditation, you practice maintaining the pain. So when it comes to meditation, by the time, of course we have pain, and sometimes it is very difficult to handle in the beginning. But by the time you bring your next level of your practice, so get into the tranquility meditation, 5 minutes. Don't think about the body. Don't think about the pain. No matter what, even you die, that 5 minutes, you go into settle down with the tranquility meditation. 5 minutes enough. So then you will recognize that it's not going to bother you anymore. So then another thing is this timing. And even when we come to meditation and practice meditation, deeply settle down, after 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and this time is somewhere in our head, and try to maintain our practice. So if you practice that whatever tranquility state and go into meditation in deeper level, if you want to go into the next level of your practice, get out of the idea of timing. So in the deeper level, this time is very conventional. It's man-made. But when it comes to deeper in your mind, with your deeper recognition, no time. So go into that level. In your practice, don't hold it to timing. Don't depend on timing. So whatever the moment, you go into directly tranquility state. The primary, you hold it to the primary mental object. And whatever the time period that you can do, you don't depend on timing, or you don't calculate the time. Oh, this should be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. No, you practice. Of course, there is something you have to do. And then by the time there is wisdom that in you, or you have to do that, then you will get out of it and you will do that. There's a deep belief that your mind knows, and then your thoughts. So go into that level. Don't depend on the timing. So those are the three things. There are many other, but those are the three things in the beginning. And when it comes to your day-to-day practice, and slowly try to get out of the one is the body, and don't look for the bodily comfort, or don't depend on that. Don't give too much attention to the body or the pain. So whatever the pain in your body, and don't try to maintain your meditation out of that pain. Or another other one is the timing. Don't depend yourself with the timing. Because deeply what happened, it start to unrest and unbalance, and you somewhere deeper in your mind, you hold it to something. So then you can't get into the total, the freedom inside you. So if you are capable to develop little by little, knowingly that the hindrance that we block ourselves, that where we hold, and then slowly you release that, and you enter to the tranquility state. So from that tranquility state, so by the time when you have the very clear awareness, with that you can develop the vipassana level. So that is kind of like through the practice you have to come to that understanding. So when it comes to vipassana level, it is deeply not about that anything outside, it's deeply your own inner experience. You recognize how it come to be as it is, within your form, feeling, perception, volition, and recognition. And out of that all, finally you recognize this awareness is the most important part. You're deeply, this mind is the most important part, and even it is not solid, it is not a kind of like an unchangeable concrete moment of experience. It is not the mind go here and there, kind of like something that unchangeable exists inside us. You recognize this mind also. Moment by moment, it's come out of, happen out of our experience. So that's the day you get out of from this experience. So it is a process, but you have to go step by step, step by step. But remember yourself that you have to keep that inner freedom, and at the same time keep cool inside you. Don't boil out of your own inner practice, out of your spiritual practice. Don't bring the heat to inside you. So that is a kind of like a wisdom you have to have in day-to-day life within your own practice. So with that, let's get into to practice now a little bit. So your right palm on your left and neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. Bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say Sopatveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment. This is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalations and exhalations. So if your mind go here and there, bring it back again and again and settle down with the sensation. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. Do nothing extra. Just recognize it through the sensation. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light and expand the capacity to your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward and upward. To all 6 directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma and the Sangha. And also by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ittavata cha me sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Imaya Dhammanudhamma Patipattiya Buddham Pujemi Dhammam Pujemi Sangham Pujemi Addaya Imaya Patipattiya Jati Jara Vyadhi Maranam Ha Paribunjisami Idam me punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Blessed.